Hey everybody, it's Emily, and today we're going to be discussing how to make a bad day instantly better. I've written down some pointers, so I'm not just going to be rambling. I do have everything written down. The things I've written down are specific things that I do to personally help me get through a bad day. I just want to start this video off by saying everyone has bad days, you know? I used to think like, am I just the only one that's like having a bad day right now? Because I think when you're going through and you're having a bad day, you sort of tend to think you are the only person that's having a bad day. Everything's just happening to you, and you tend to kind of go, I mean, I do this, I don't know if you guys do this, but you know, why me? Of course, you know, it's my luck, this and that, right? And if we start our day off, let's say we stubbed our toe, or you know, we made breakfast and we burnt it or something, or we can't figure out what to wear, you know, whatever it may be, then you sort of get into that mindset of today's going to be a horrible day. You know, I do it, we all do it. And that's just really the way the brain works, you know. But I really just wanted to start off by saying everyone has a bad day, and we have to remember that we are not alone. Everyone has their moments and this and that. For this video, it's you know, and for everyday life, it's important to realize that, you know, for example, if you're talking to a family member or a friend or a stranger or whatever, you know, and if you realize they're going through a hard time, isn't it easier for you to say something positive or give them advice? But let's say you're having a horrible day, it's hard for you to take your own advice or give yourself advice, you know? So that's something that I'm starting to learn. So if I notice, you know, a family member is having a hard day, or if a friend of mine is having a hard day, or a coworker or whatever, I try to say to myself, well, I'm giving them advice and I'm doing that for them. I should be giving myself that same advice, that same, you know, tender love and care, that same sort of reaction. Because if we're giving it to someone else, we're able to give that advice. Why aren't we giving it to ourselves, you know? We're always putting ourselves like to the back burner. We're never putting ourselves first and foremost, you know? So, you know, for example, if somebody has like a fear or an anxiety of like meeting someone, you know, you're gonna give them that advice. Like, well, maybe, you know, your first step should be to talk to, you know, them on the phone. You know, don't just meet them in person if you're afraid, or if you just have general anxiety, you know, maybe start with talking to somebody on the phone and then go to the next step. And the next step, if you have like a fear of leaving the house, you know, just make it to the corner store, get some milk, and then go back home. It's just about making some subtle changes, and you know, that's for people that really sort of struggle and have anxiety. It's to take it, you know, day by day, and just don't just, you know, overwhelm yourself and say, I have to do this, I have to do that. Just, you know, take it day by day and moment by moment. So, but what I'm trying to say is, if we're able to give that advice to someone else, we should be able to take and give that advice to ourselves. So, I'm going to be going through 10 tips that I've written down. So the first tip I want to talk about, how you can make your day instantly better, would be to find out what's really bothering you. You know, I don't know about you, but sometimes I don't even know what's bothering me. I will just, that's it. You know, I'm instantly in a horrible mood, and maybe I'll like snap like a little snappy little turtle or a little crab, I'll snap at someone, you know, and I don't even really know why, right? But then I'll sit there and I'll reflect and I'll say to myself, I think I acted that way because, you know, maybe I'm upset about something else or this and that, you know? So, for example, let's say you got into a fight, you know, with one of your family members, you got into a fight with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or, you know, maybe a family member said something, or somebody was talking about your weight, or somebody called you ugly, or this and that. You know, that can subconsciously stay in the back of your mind and bother you, you know? And especially if you're starting your day off and you're having a wonderful day, and then somebody just comes along and kind of gives you like a backhanded compliment, like, I don't really like your new hair color, or, you know, and it can kind of just change the mood. Your mood can just completely change. So, and then from that point on, you could notice that you're just kind of snappy because that remark bothered you. So my number one would be to find out what is bothering you, okay? Find out what's bothering you, you know, and to write it down or to talk to somebody about it, okay? If you don't have like a close family member that you can trust, you know, maybe you can trust a friend or maybe like an online buddy or something, you know, but make sure to talk about it and make sure to write it down. I personally have a journal, and you know, sometimes it's not easy for me to just open up, you know. I think it's hard for us all to just kind of open up on what's bothering us, but it's super important, okay, to open up that kind of secret garden that we have hidden within us. I've actually written a song called Secret Garden, and it's about people that just kind of, they don't want to give that vulnerable side, you know, because they might think that they're weak or this and that, but you have to open up. You have to, because what's going to happen is you're going to just bottle it all inside, and then it's going to one day explode, okay? And it can explode in obviously in a not healthy way. So you want to definitely address it as soon as possible and talk to somebody about it. Your cousin, your neighbor, whoever you trust, you have to get it out and talk about it, or write it down, but get it out, okay? So number 2 would be to like bake or cook something that is like your favorite, or something that, yeah, like, you know, your favorite thing to eat or you enjoy. You know, just the overall experience of getting involved in cooking and baking and then eating something that you enjoy will instantly obviously make you happier, you know? And if you suck at cooking and if you suck at baking, then I recommend just buying something that you enjoy, you know? Number 3 would be to listen to an upbeat song, okay? We tend to, when we're like sad, to listen to like sad songs, you know, like in the arms of the angel, because we feel that way. But it's important to listen to an upbeat song, okay? Even though you don't feel upbeat inside, you have to push yourself to listen to something that's a little bit more upbeat. So for me personally, a song that completely changes my mood would be You Get What You Give by the New Radicals. And that is my all-time favorite song. And it's the message, it's the meaning, I know the song is kind of like quirky and weird and like kind of silly, but that song has saved me in so many ways, you know, on nights when I felt so alone or I've cried myself to sleep, whatever the case, I have listened to that song. It's my favorite, and it changes my actual mood. because music heals, and music, when you listen to it, it can just transcend you somewhere else and instantly put you in a better mood. But sometimes I listen to, you know, like You Get What You Give or whatever song that makes me happy, and I'll just dance in my room, you know, I'll just dance in my room and I don't even care. Number 4 would be to watch a funny movie. So for me, that would be anything Austin Powers, because that is just, to me, I find that funny. If you do not find that funny, maybe you find, you know, Step Brothers funny, or Wedding Crashers funny, the Pink Panther funny, you know, whatever that you find funny, watch it, laugh, you know, laugh. That's number 4. Number 5 would be to write down a plan and look forward to it. So whether that's going to a concert, or you're taking a vacation, or you're going on a date night, or you're going to the movies with friends, or, you know, or you're just going out with your girls and you're just putting makeup on, or you're going to a museum, whatever it is, write it down, and instantly you will feel better because you're looking forward to something, and just by looking forward to something, it will instantly just make you feel better. So number 6, think about what you're grateful for. And I don't mean grateful, it doesn't necessarily have to be people. It doesn't necessarily have to be a noun, you know, person, place, thing. But to really think about what you are truly grateful for. Like, I'm truly grateful for the sun, you know, because without the sun, like, we wouldn't be here, you know, the roof over my head, you know, my legs that I can walk, my health, my eyes that I can see. It's like things like that I am very grateful for, you know? We don't necessarily think about it sometimes. We're just so busy going through our daily lives that we don't think about how lucky we are and how grateful we are. You know, there are some people that don't have legs and they don't have arms, and, you know, things have happened to them, and some of those people they don't, you know, they're just living their lives, and they're being amazing, and they're not letting that stop them, you know? So I think you have to think about the root of what you're grateful about, you know? Like for me, I can see my family, you know, the roof over my head, the sun in the sky, the air in my lungs. Like, I know that sounds really cheesy and like it's from a movie, but it's true. You know, you have to think about it like that you really are grateful, because there are people that have it like a million times worse than you do, you know? So number 7 would be this is kind of silly, but this, I swear by it. So anyone who knows me knows that I am in love with the heating pad. I swear, I travel with it. I love the heating pad. I don't care what it is, if I have a headache or my stomach hurts, this and that. There's something about the heating pad. It is so relaxing. So number 7 would be to just lay down and put the heating pad like under your back, so you're laying on it, and put it like on your lower back. The heat and just breathing in and out, like I swear by it. I swear. That will just instantly make you feel more relaxed, more calm, more just overall relaxed, you know? And your anxiety will just kind of go away. Number 8, write down the things that make you happy. Like, what makes you smile? Or if not smile, like what makes you feel content inside, you know? I actually wrote it down, okay? So for me, what makes me happy would be singing. As we all know, I love to sing. I always have. I've been singing ever since I'm like 3. I then wrote dancing, because if you don't know, I love dancing as well. Makeup. Makeup, for me, I could be sick, right? And there's something about it, like laying in bed with no makeup on, that makes me feel worse. So what makes me feel better is to just get up and put makeup on, you know? Makeup, I'm telling you, it's just really, it's powerful. It really is. Number 4 for me would be Christmas. I love Christmas. You know, a lot of people associate like Christmas with, you know, it's a sad time because maybe you might have lost a loved one. You know, I've lost my grandfather around Christmas time, and my grandmother. You know, it's a time that's, it can be good and it can be a sad time for others, but I love Christmas and I love the meaning of it, and I just love looking at the lights and the, you know, the decorations. And another thing I wrote down is Minions. I love Minions, like Despicable Me, and just, oh man, I am like a little kid when it comes to Minions. I think they're adorable, and yeah, I love them. Disney movies. I love The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Frozen, Ratatouille, you know, just Disney movies in general, right? I wrote anything pink. I mean like the color pink, okay? Anything pink, just instantly, like looking at the color pink, it instantly makes me feel better. For other people, it might instantly make them want to vomit, but for me, pink is the color. It's my color. Number 8 for me would be like my Matchbox car collection. Like cars in general, like just instantly make me happier. I don't know, when I was younger, I used to collect Matchbox cars and those like modeled cars. Another one would be my songwriting book. Just songwriting in general, the fact that I can also therapeutically write and get out how I feel, you know, that's another thing that really helps, is songwriting for me. So another thing would obviously be my family. This is not going in, you know, in order of like importance, but I'm just naming to you things that do make me happy. So my family, obviously. Britney Spears. Anybody who knows me knows I love Britney Spears. End of story. Cats and dogs. I love both of them very equally, so I can't just say cats over dogs, or, you know, dogs over cats, cats and dogs. Another one would be anything goofy, meaning like any type of a goofy film. I'm all for it. I love things that are silly. Like if I put on Austin Powers, instantly in a better mood. Instantly. Like I'm talking about instantly. Listening to late 90s, early 2000s, that type of period, that type of musical era for me is my favorite, because that was like my childhood, you know, and what I was listening to. So when I listen to it, I just instantly get transported back to my childhood, you know. And last but certainly not least would be my boyfriend, my beautiful boyfriend. So I'm gonna go back to my main list. That was just like a list of things that I personally wrote down that make me happy. And that was number 8. Write down things that make you happier. And I did my own homework. So now I expect you to do it. Number 9 would be to compliment someone. This is another one that makes me feel instantly better. So if I'm out and I see somebody and I like their shoes, I'm gonna say, I love your shoes. If I think someone's pretty, I'm gonna say, you know, you're pretty, you know? I'm never going to just hold back and not say anything. Oh, I love your nails. I love your outfit. Whatever it is, I'm going to say it. If they have beautiful hair, I'm going to say you have beautiful hair. And I genuinely mean it. You know, I feel like people deserve compliments, and watch their mannerisms change when you tell them that you think that they're pretty or you like their hair. You can tell that it really did make a difference, and it really did, it makes them feel better. So in return, you see them smiling and them feeling better. So it's gonna make you feel better, you know? Number 10, which is our last one, is to be productive. So, you know, I know it's hard, and I know some of us, you know, suffer from actual, like, clinically diagnosed depression where you can't get out of bed, you can't shower, and some of us, like, really have it bad, okay? So I am not downplaying that at all, because I completely understand. I suffer myself with bad anxiety and depression. But when I am depressed, I cannot just wallow in it, you know? I physically push myself through it. And that goes according to being productive. So I will physically push myself to organize my closet, or organize my makeup counter, or vacuum my room, you know, whatever it is, make your bed, do your laundry, you know, whatever, just be productive about something. And then in return, you will feel like, oh wow, I got that done. And you feel better. You do. You instantly will feel better by knowing that you were productive about something. Maybe you organized something, maybe you cleaned something, maybe you cleaned your bathroom, you know? And it just in return makes you feel better about yourself. So that would conclude our video. I just wanted to sit here and I just wanted to talk to you guys and give you some pointers on what you could do to get through a bad day. I want you to remember that a bad day is not like a bad lifetime. You know what I mean? A bad day is just a bad day. It's a bad moment. It's a bad day. You know, we all have bad days, but a lot of, you know, the best days haven't even been experienced yet. Like, we haven't even gone through half of the days that are going to be like the most magical days of our lives. So, you know, it's important to think like that, you know? So I just wanted to come on here and just give you guys some pointers, because we are heading into a new decade. It's 2020, you know? I can't believe it. I still cannot believe it. So if you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to like this video. It's a free way of helping me out. Yeah, hit that notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a video. Also down below in the description box, I'll leave the referral link. It's to go onto this website called Absolute New York, and you get 25% off of your overall purchase. And it's this makeup brand that I love and support. And if you use my code EOY25, you can get 25% off of your makeup. So yeah, that would be the end of this video. I'm trying to think of anything else to say. I don't think so. I think I covered everything. But if you like these videos where I just sit and kind of just like, you know, I'm real with you and I'm just like giving you guys tips, and just let me know, you know, let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know down below, and I'll get to it. Okay. So I just want to say Happy New Year, and yeah, I love you guys. I'll talk to you all in my next one. Bye.